Have you ever stepped into your garden feeling both proud and irritated? Proud of the lush greenery and bright blooms, yet frustrated by the pests turning your plants into their personal buffet? You're not alone. Every gardener eventually deals with relentless intruders like aphids, beetles, caterpillars, and mosquitoes. But imagine this. What if your garden could protect itself? No chemicals, no traps, just plants working together. That's the magic of companion planting, a traditional gardening method where certain plants help each other grow stronger and stay healthier. Some attract pollinators, some boost yields, and a special few naturally repel pests with their scents and oils. Today we'll explore 10 of the most effective companion plants that instantly help keep harmful insects away. These reliable plant partners form a quiet, living shield around your vegetables, herbs, and flowers, making your garden stronger and more vibrant with almost no extra effort. So sit back, relax, sip your tea if you like, and let's dive into the world of natural living pest control. 1. Marigolds, the unmatched guardian of the garden. If there's one plant that deserves a permanent place in every garden for its pest-fighting abilities, it's the marigold. Their vivid blooms and bold colors are eye-catching, but what truly sets them apart is their powerful scent, a natural repellent that keeps a wide range of pests far away from your plants. To many insects, the smell of marigolds is unbearable. They produce natural chemicals, and especially theophanies, which help drive away aphids, thrips, whiteflies, and even nematodes, the microscopic worms that silently destroy plant roots. When planted near vegetables such as tomatoes, peppers, beans, or cabbages, marigolds act almost like little underground soldiers, cleansing the soil and protecting roots from hidden threats. But their usefulness extends well above the soil too. The same strong aroma that deters insects also keeps mosquitoes, rabbits, and deer at a distance, which makes marigolds an ideal border plant for vegetable beds, pathways, and garden entrances. When you surround your crops with marigolds, you essentially create a natural perimeter of protection. Marigolds also invite helpful insects like hoverflies, lacewings, and ladybugs, all of which feed on common garden pests. This natural cycle helps maintain a healthy ecosystem. Destructive bugs leave, beneficial insects arrive, and your garden thrives. They're incredibly simple to grow as well. Marigolds enjoy full sunlight, tolerate less than perfect soil conditions, and bloom generously from early spring until the first frost. French marigolds remain compact and are ideal for edging, while African marigolds grow taller with large, bold flowers that make a dramatic statement. Gardeners love pairing marigolds with tomatoes, not only because they drive away nematodes, but also because many claim marigolds help tomatoes grow better and produce more fruit. You can even keep marigolds in pots with herbs like basil or mint to create a mosquito-repelling zone on balconies and patios. In short, marigolds are vibrant, dependable, and incredibly useful. They don't just provide bursts of color, they serve as living guardians, inviting friendly insects, repelling harmful ones, and helping your entire garden flourish naturally and peacefully. 2. Petunias, the cheerful protectors. If flowers had personalities, petunias would be the bright, hard-working defenders. Always cheerful, always blooming, and always keeping troublesome insects at a distance. These beautiful, colorful flowers do far more than decorate your garden. Petunias act as natural insect repellents and help deter a surprisingly wide list of pests such as aphids, leafhoppers, squash bugs, tomato hornworms, and asparagus beetles. It's no surprise many gardeners refer to them as a living bug spray. Petunias give off a subtle but intricate scent that confuses and disrupts the scent trails many insects rely on to locate their preferred host plants. When planted beside tomatoes, peppers, beans, potatoes, or broccoli, they act like small floral bodyguards, making it difficult for pests to locate your crops. These flowers are also among the easiest to grow. Petunias love full sun, well-drained soil, and occasional deadheading, and in exchange they bloom non-stop from spring through late fall. With upright varieties for garden beds and cascading varieties perfect for containers, railing planters, or hanging baskets, they can fit into almost any gardening space. Their rich purples, soft pinks, crisp whites, and multicolored patterns instantly add color and charm to your garden. And even while they brighten up your beds and borders, they're quietly working behind the scenes, reinforcing your garden's natural defense system in a way that is both beautiful and effective. 3. Calendula pot marigold, the sticky, Sunny Shield. At first glance, calendula may look like just another cheerful orange or golden flower, but it's actually one of the most multifunctional plants you can add to your garden. Calendula's stems and leaves produce a slightly sticky, resin-like substance that insects strongly dislike. This natural resin traps tiny pests and repels destructive insects like aphids, thrips, whiteflies, and even root-attacking nematodes. If you've ever dealt with stunted plants caused by unseen soil pests, calendula can be one of your strongest defenses. On top of its protective qualities, calendula also attracts beneficial insects, including ladybugs and hoverflies, two of the most effective natural predators of aphids and other garden pests. This dual function makes calendula a valuable addition to any garden ecosystem. It pushes harmful insects away while drawing helpful ones in. Calendula offers benefits beyond the garden, too. Its petals are edible and widely used for homemade teas, skin-soothing salves, and natural remedies. This means calendula isn't just protecting your vegetables, it's also providing herbal and culinary value for you. Plant calendula near tomatoes, carrots, or asparagus, and watch how much healthier your garden becomes. It is hardy, quick to grow, and often self-seeds, meaning it returns year after year with minimal effort. In many climates, calendula is one of the first flowers to bloom in spring, and one of the final ones to fade before winter arrives, making it a reliable season-long protector. 4. Borage, Borago officinalis. With its starry blue blossoms and soft, fuzzy leaves, borage looks as if it belongs in a magical woodland clearing. But despite its gentle, whimsical appearance, this herb is a surprisingly strong defender when it comes to pest management and improving garden soil. Borage gives off a light, refreshing fragrance reminiscent of cucumbers, which works as a natural deterrent against tomato hornworms, cabbage worms, and even certain beetles. Its thick, slightly bristled foliage also helps block crawling insects, acting as a built-in protective shield around nearby plants. One of borage's most impressive strengths is its attraction to pollinators. Bees absolutely adore it. So much so that borage has earned the nickname bee bread because of its high nectar production. When you grow borage near fruiting vegetables like tomatoes, strawberries, and zucchini, pollination improves dramatically, which often leads to larger harvests. Beyond pest control and pollinator support, borage is a valuable soil builder. As it grows, it sends deep taproots far below the surface, mining essential minerals, especially potassium and calcium, from lower soil layers. Once the plant dies back, or you chop it down, those nutrients return to the topsoil, enriching the entire garden bed naturally. This is one of those plants you only need to introduce once. Borage reseeds itself generously, returning every year on its own and filling your garden with shimmering blue flowers and the constant hum of pollinators. It's a beautiful, beneficial companion that asks for little and gives back a lot. 5. Tansy, Tanacetum vulgar. If you want a plant that boldly declares no pests allowed, tansy is an excellent choice. It's strong-scented, striking in appearance, and renowned for its long history as a natural insect repellent. Tansy has been used for centuries to deter unwanted insects thanks to its powerful camphor-like aroma and its high levels of essential oils. It is particularly effective at keeping away ants, flies, fleas, mosquitoes, cabbage worm pests, and even the notorious Japanese beetle. Visually, tansy brings a wild, rugged beauty to the garden. Its tall, airy, fern-like foliage rises above beds, topped with vivid yellow button-like flowers that look like miniature golden coins. Many gardeners plant tansy along property lines or at the back of vegetable beds to create a fragrant barrier that helps protect everything growing inside. However, tansy does require a bit of responsibility. It spreads quickly and can become invasive if it is not trimmed and monitored. It's also important to remember that tansy leaves can be toxic to pets and livestock if eaten in large amounts. As long as you maintain it properly, tansy stands out as one of the most dependable pest-reducing plants you can grow. It's especially helpful when planted around vegetables like broccoli, cabbages, and squash, areas that often attract caterpillars and flies. Additionally, when the flower clusters are dried, they can be brought indoors and used to naturally repel ants and moths. Few plants offer protection both inside and outside the home as effectively as tansy. 6. Rue, Ruta graveolens. Rue is a plant wrapped in history and charm, ancient, aromatic, and full of character. For thousands of years, gardeners and herbalists have valued rue not only for its unusual blue-green foliage, but also for its strong pest-repelling abilities and its versatility. The scent of rue is intense, slightly sharp, and unmistakably herbal, a fragrance that insects find extremely unpleasant. Because of its strong aroma, rue naturally keeps flies, mosquitoes, and aphids at a distance. Even better, it's one of the few plants that can deter curious animals as well, helping to discourage cats and dogs from digging in garden beds or disturbing delicate areas. Rue thrives where many other plants struggle. It loves full sunlight and can handle dry, poor-quality soil without complaint, making it an excellent option for neglected corners or challenging garden spots. Its feathery, divided leaves give it a graceful, almost ornamental look, and its small yellow flowers attract pollinators without encouraging the arrival of harmful insects. There is one important safety note. Rue contains compounds that can cause mild skin sensitivity, especially when exposed to sunlight after handling the plant. Wearing gloves when pruning or touching rue is a simple solution and ensures safe, worry-free care. Rue is especially helpful when planted near roses, figs, raspberries, and other insect-prone plants, where it reduces problems with aphids, beetles, and other small pests. It offers both beauty and reliable protection, adding structure, elegance, and a touch of botanical mystery to any garden space. A true guardian dressed in silver-green leaves. 7. Chives, the onion's hidden superpower. At first glance, chives might seem like nothing more than a simple, elegant herb, a neat tuft of thin green shoots that sway softly with the slightest breeze. But their gentle look is deceiving. These unassuming plants act as stealthy defenders in the garden, armed with one of nature's strongest natural pest repellents, their sharp, onion-like scent. Chives, Allium schoenoprasum, are close relatives of onions and garlic, and they carry powerful sulfur compounds that release a pungent aroma insects find unbearable. This distinctive smell drives away a range of common garden pests, from aphids and mites to Japanese beetles and carrot flies. Because of this, chives make excellent companion plants for roses, tomatoes, carrots, and even apple trees. Many gardeners claim that surrounding roses with chives not only helps keep aphids away, but also subtly enhances the roses' fragrance as time goes on. It's a simple yet effective natural way to boost your garden's overall defense. But chives offer much more than pest protection. They also add beauty, texture, and a burst of charm to any garden space. In late spring and early summer, they produce spherical clusters of purple-pink blossoms, blooms that are both visually striking and irresistible to bees, butterflies, and other essential pollinators. These flowers bring extra color to your beds while helping support local wildlife, keeping your garden lively and ecologically balanced. Another major perk of growing chives is their durability. They are perennials, meaning they return every year with very little effort on your part. Once planted, chives continue producing season after season. While they flourish in full sun and well-drained soil, they're forgiving plants that adapt to a variety of conditions. With a little trimming after they flower, they remain healthy and continually send up fresh, tender shoots. Great for both your garden beds and your cooking. And yes, chives are as delicious as they are useful. Their mild, delicate onion flavor pairs beautifully with dishes like eggs, potatoes, soups, and fresh salads. Growing chives gives you both a natural pest deterrent and a versatile culinary herb at your fingertips. To get the most benefit from them in companion planting, scatter chives throughout vegetable beds or use them to line the edges of your garden. Their slender stalks provide a lovely contrast to broad-leaved plants like cabbage or lettuce, while their aroma helps mask nearby crops from insect invaders. You can even let chives self-seed to form a soft, attractive border that doubles as a fragrant, protective barrier. In short, chives may be small, but their impact is enormous. Graceful, practical, and long-lasting, they work quietly behind the scenes to keep pests away while helping your garden thrive with beauty and resilience. 8. Catnip, the natural mosquito fighter. Catnip is often recognized for the amusing effect it has on cats, but in the garden, it plays a much bigger role. This aromatic herb from the mint family, Nepeta cataria, produces a fresh, minty lemon scent that drives insects into retreat. While cats are drawn to the fragrance, many garden pests can't escape it fast enough. Its power comes from a compound called nepetalactone, the same substance that sends cats into playful bliss. Surprisingly, this compound is considered even more effective than DEET, the main ingredient found in most commercial insect repellents, when it comes to deterring mosquitoes. Simply brushing against the plant releases its oils into the air, creating an invisible shield that mosquitoes, gnats, and flies avoid instinctively. But mosquitoes are only the beginning. Catnip also helps repel aphids, flea beetles, ant colonies, and squash bugs, making it an excellent companion plant for vegetables like cucumbers, pumpkins, squash, and zucchini. Its strong scent confuses pests, making it harder for them to locate your crops in the first place. Gardeners who battle squash bugs or flea beetles often notice a significant improvement when catnip is planted nearby. Catnip is incredibly easy to grow, sometimes even too easy. It thrives in sunny spots with well-drained soil and requires minimal care aside from basic trimming to keep it looking tidy. Because it spreads vigorously, many gardeners choose to grow it in pots or hanging planters. Containers help control its growth and can protect the plant from curious cats who love to chew, roll, or nap in it. In early to mid-summer, catnip produces delicate clusters of whitish lavender flowers that attract pollinators such as bees and butterflies. Even its soft gray-green foliage adds visual interest, offering a soothing contrast to brighter greens and bold flowers. Catnip is also an excellent choice for outdoor comfort. Placing pots of catnip near doorways, sitting areas, patios, or garden paths naturally reduces the number of insects buzzing around your space. No sprays, chemicals, or smoke needed. If your garden is frequented by cats, be prepared for visits. Many cats find catnip irresistible and may flatten or nibble the plant. If you want to protect your catnip patch, plant a few extra pots in another area as a sacrifice garden for your feline guests. At its core, catnip is a versatile double agent, adored by cats, disliked by insects, and cherished by gardeners. It's hardy, fragrant, and remarkably effective at keeping pests away. Whether you plant it for vegetable protection, insect-free evenings, or to delight your pets, catnip brings joy and practical benefits to any garden. 9. Oregano, Oreganum vulgar. If there's any plant that proves true strength doesn't need to be loud or attention-grabbing, it's oregano. Most people recognize it as the fragrant herb scattered over pizza or blended into Mediterranean dishes, but far fewer realize that oregano doubles as a highly effective pest-repelling powerhouse right in the garden. Its effectiveness comes from its potent essential oils, especially carvacrol and thymol, aromatic compounds that insects absolutely can't tolerate. These oils give off a strong scent that disorients and drives away pests such as aphids, ants, and spider mites. Yet despite its bold aroma, beneficial insects like butterflies and bees are still drawn to its small clusters of soft pinkish-purple blooms. One of oregano's greatest strengths is how easy it is to care for. It thrives under bright sunlight, handles poor soil conditions without complaint, and becomes pleasantly drought-tolerant once established. Over time, it gently spreads across the ground, forming a low aromatic mat that helps shade the soil, retain moisture, and naturally suppress weeds. Planted near tomatoes, eggplants, or peppers, oregano often reduces pest issues significantly while also enhancing the overall flavor development of these crops. A detail many seasoned gardeners swear by. Its scent creates a protective aromatic shield around nearby plants, while its roots subtly help improve soil texture. And best of all, oregano is incredibly forgiving, even for beginners. Give it an occasional trim, let it flower when you like, and it will continue returning year after year, offering both a reliable kitchen herb and a natural way to keep your garden free from destructive insects. 10. Dill, the herb that attracts the helpers and scares away the pests. Dill may appear fragile with its fine, wispy leaves and tall, slender stems, but this delicate-looking herb is one of the most versatile partners you can have in a pest-resistant garden. It's a plant with two complementary personalities, a graceful beauty that simultaneously lures beneficial insects and repels harmful ones. That combination makes it invaluable for both vegetable beds and flower gardens. First, let's talk about its ability to deter pests. Dill releases a fresh, tangy fragrance that confuses and repels several destructive insects, including cabbage loopers, aphids, and spider mites. Having dill planted near crops like broccoli, kale, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts helps keep caterpillars and moths at a distance, pests that usually target these vegetables relentlessly. Many gardeners consider dill a natural trap plant, drawing certain pests away from your most vulnerable crops. At the same time, dill becomes a powerful attraction for beneficial insects. Once it begins to bloom, dill turns into a feeding ground for ladybugs, hoverflies, parasitic wasps, and lacewings. All natural predators that feast on the pests you want to eliminate. Parasitic wasps, for example, lay their eggs inside aphids and caterpillars, controlling their populations without any need for chemical intervention. Hoverflies, which resemble tiny bees, are among the most efficient aphid predators, and they depend on flowering dill as a steady nectar source. Dill's umbrella-shaped clusters of yellow flowers are not only appealing to insects, but also visually charming. They give the garden a soft golden glow and add a gentle, cottage-like feel that blends beautifully with nearly any plant arrangement. These blossoms also supply valuable pollen and nectar, helping strengthen pollinator communities and improving your garden's ecological health. As a companion plant, dill pairs especially well with cucumbers, onions, lettuce, asparagus, and sweet corn. It works nicely alongside many vegetables, but it's best to keep it away from tomatoes and carrots. When planted too close, dill can disrupt their growth. If you want to include it in a tomato bed, simply give it some extra space so both plants can thrive without competing. When it comes to care, dill is wonderfully undemanding. It prefers full sunlight and well-draining soil, and once it's established, it doesn't require frequent watering. Overwatering can actually harm it by causing root issues. Dill also readily reseeds itself, meaning that once you introduce it to your garden, it often returns on its own each year. Letting some of the plants go to seed ensures continuous growth season after season, and provides you with plenty of seeds to use in your cooking. Speaking of cooking, dill's usefulness doesn't stop at pest control. Its feathery leaves and seeds are classics in the kitchen, ideal for seasoning fish, soups, pickles, vegetables, and salads. Fresh dill offers a bright, lively flavor, while dill seeds provide a deeper, earthier taste. For the best results, allow some dill plants to flower to support beneficial insects while keeping others trimmed for culinary use. The blooming plants attract the natural predators your garden needs, and the pruned ones continue producing tender leaves for harvest. This balance gives you both garden protection and a steady supply of fresh herbs. In the end, dill is the ultimate multitasking herb. A plant that repels the harmful, attracts the helpful, beautifies the space, and enhances your meals, all without demanding much care. Whether you're an experienced grower or just beginning, dill earns its place as one of the most valuable and well-rounded plants you can add to your garden,